be ready for it. Start. It is indeed surprising that after such a long time you should make this complaint. We would like to draw your attention to the fact that the goods in question were supplied to you strictly in accordance with your specification. When your order was placed with us, we had asked for clarification on a number of points as we wished to be very clear about your requirements. Though we are not convinced that the specification would meet your requirements, we took pains to see that your order was executed strictly in accordance with your specification. We want to the this trouble simple because we held the belief that the customer is always right. We might also add for your information that we had considerable difficulty in executing your order. Firstly, the raw materials needed were in very short of supply, and when they did become available, the problem of transport arose because of the shortage of railway wagons. These raw materials had to be transported by road, which naturally increased our costs. Secondly, we had to face labor trouble as our workers went on strike, demanding a rise in their wages. In spite of all these adverse conditions, we adhere to the time limit laid down by you. Taking into consideration the above circumstances, we presumed that you would settle our bills within 30 days as agreed. However, to our utter dismay, we find that you have not only not settled our account as already agreed, but have raised several objections nearly 6 months after the bills were sent to me. Para, in these circumstances, we have no alternative but to suspend further transactions with you. In case you so desire, we are prepared to send our representative to you to discuss the whole matter and to arrive at a settlement. We would like to stress that we cannot allow this matter to remain pending any longer, and that a solution must be found at an early date. If we do not hear from you within a week's time, we regret to state that we will have no alternative but to take legal proceedings. Para, it is hoped that this extreme step will not be necessary and that the account will be settled to the satisfaction of both the parties. In order to help you in deciding this matter early, we would be only too glad to furnish any further clarification you need. Gentlemen, Para, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 24th annual general meeting of your company. The directors report and audited account for the year ended as on 31st March 1971 have been in your hands for some time now, and with your permission I shall take them as read. Para, the profit and loss account for the year under review shows not net loss of rupees 52 lakhs. In my speech to you at the annual general meeting last year, I had mentioned that the use of imported pulp was not economically owing to its high cost, and as such your directors had decided to limit the production to the availability of pulp from our exiting plants. I may mention that the discontinuation of the use of imported pulp has resulted in substantially savings as shown by the drop in the loss during the year, as interest charges on government loan are a heavy burden on the financial structure of the company. Your directors have already approached the government of India for converting a part of the loan into equity capital. Param, the selling price of paper to the press remaining unchanged during the year under review. However, as a result of the repeated representation made by the company urging the need for revising the selling price of paper, I am happy to report that the government of India has very kindly increased the selling price of paper. Para, on behalf of the shareholders and the board, I wish to thank all the workers and staff for the hard work put by them in maintaining the high standard of performance of the company. Your board of directors appreciates that the shareholders have had to go without dividends for the second year in succession. I would request you on their behalf to bear with us for some more time, as we have undertaken a large expansion program requiring a heavy investment, and I have no doubt that very soon we would have passed a difficult phase and a brighter future will emerge. Para. Finally, I wish to express my deep gratitude to my colleagues on the board for all the support, advice, and guidance they have readily extended to me. My thanks are also due to the Government of India, the state government, the shareholders, and our esteemed customers for their guidance, encouragement, and continued support.